don't really get intimidated. Sometimes I just go out there and watch my opponents before I go out there, and if they pull something off a little crazy, I just have to look out for it and adapt to it a little fast. I should be all right. Not really intimidated.
That's kind of a tough question because like it really depends on the tournament. If I really, you know, if it's a really big tournament, then usually I always have mixed feelings depending on who I'm competing against. But I'm the type of guy that doesn't look at the bracket, so because you know it doesn't matter who's in front of you, you're gonna go against them either way. But for this particular tournament, I was kind of going there very relaxed. It helps because a lot of people that I train with that do compete, they're there to support us, so it's a lot easier going into a tournament rather than going there by yourself because you don't have that much support. But the fact that, you know, my teammates were there and they were there to support me, it was a lot easier. So, but for the most part, it's just I go in there with a clear mind. I try not to hype myself too much or overthink things. But once you're on the mats, everything's like said and done. You know they say fight, it's on. So I'm ready to go.
Today we're at the Gracie Open, and it was a good event. I had 3 matches in my division and 2 matches in the absolute. So my first match was against a really tough opponent. I had a loose game. I wasn't staying tight like I normally do, and I was able to come on top by winning 6-4.
My first match competed against a really tough guy. Never competed against him before, and he initially, like going into it, he kind of had a tough battle. He jumped half guard, and he had a really strong grip on my leg, and fought out of that. So, but most of the match, I pretty much dominated the match and took his back, controlled the back, pretty close to getting a submission. Had a modified bow and arrow choke around his neck, and couldn't finish. It was just around his chin, but did win the fight. Won by points, 4-0.
So my second match, I actually had fought this guy 2 weeks prior at the Gracie Worlds, and I finished him there with the bow and arrow choke. But the funny thing was, he came to me after the match and was kind of messing around, talking a little bit of trash, but it was good. And he told me he wanted a rematch, and he told me his next event was the Gracie Open, so I had to sign up. And luckily, I was able to fight him my second match, and I finished the footlong pretty quickly.
The second match is actually a guy that I fought 2 weeks prior at a different tournament. Tough guy. He also usually plays a half guard position, but essentially going into the match, I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna go full guard. So I went ahead and full guard. Kind of went into a scramble and then dominated the match by taking his back as well. Try to get a finish, but I couldn't get a hold of a good grip on his gi. Yeah, he was playing really tight. So at some point during the match, we went into a scramble. He actually got me in a sweep and got 2 points. So, but for the most part, I dominated the match and just held on. And, couldn't get the finish, but I did win by 42. Essentially, that was the last match to win the gold. So I won the gold in the featherweight division at the Gracie.
Third match, I actually fought him too at the Gracie Worlds, and I finished him there with a footlock. And at this tournament, I was able to secure the footlock again, but he was defending it a little well, so it gave me some trouble. Oh, and that was actually my last match right there in my division, and I won that, so I took home the gold. Can I talk about it now? The reason why I wanted to do the absolute was because I had nothing else going that day and I had some free time. So, just want to beat up on some fat people.
I had a rematch against a guy.
Alright, so my second match, this fucking guy's looking at me.
Don't look at him.